5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Alliances turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Rubik.
Ten seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That is what you sound like.
哎，队友呢？
队友嘞？
哎，队友呢？队友呢？
队友呢？
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban.
Grimstroke.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
队友呢？
队友嘞？
队友呢？队友呢？
队友呢？
Radiant team pick.
Drow Ranger.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Deus Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That is what you sound like.
Alliances turn to ban.
队友呢？队友呢？
队友呢？
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Send.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lena.
You may now select your heroes.
what you sound
Thanks,
like.
guys. Yeah, here we are, game 2 between Extremum and Alliance, as we see some more great predictions from the panel as they get a lot of things right. And Lacoste, we've cast a lot together.
Yes,
we
we
kind
did.
of, you know, in each other's heads a little bit. And I knew as soon as I saw that last pick, Lena, you've got to say about that, don't you?
Yeah, I think I always say the same thing, but I'm gonna repeat it one more time for all the teams out there that want to play competitive
Prepare
Dota at the
for
higher
some
tier level. Do
damage.
not last pick Lina. This is not a game-winning hero. It's not gonna do anything, especially if we have this gap-closing heroes. You might go 7-0, 10 minutes in. You're still gonna feed. You're still gonna lose the game. I still don't believe how some of the teams are actually
You're not
picking
going
Lina as
anywhere.
last pick. The old team with the Iceberg, now Navi, they tend to also pick Lina. Iceberg is a, you know, that guy that is hero specialist. He knows how to play it, but they also tend to lose the games with Lina, and I just don't feel this hero is as strong. Like, what does Lina bring to compared to some other heroes? Like,
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
It's a
could
hard
go
one.
on, Gary, for like 30 minutes just talk
seconds
about
to
how
battle.
I know.
Lina sucks, especially when you're not gonna flex her. But yeah, let's focus on other heroes. So Lina,
just quickly, I think, you know, if you think back 3-4 years ago about Queen of Pain, I think Lina has stolen Queen of Pain's role as that snowball, win lanes but lose game kind of hero, where she's super glass cannon, and like you said, if you get a gap close on her, she just dies in the mid game.
Okay, so they wanted something,
The
you know,
battle
to synergize
begins.
with the Grimstroke ulti. You have Shackle, you have Chaos Bolt. Our panelists suggested to go for a Doom. I think that would have been a much better option in general. If you do a Baton +1 and you have a good chase potential with the Mag, CK, and the Wind Ranger, I think. I'm not sure how they did not pick Doom. That's also something that I'm kind of stunned. But yeah, I mean, you have the heroes, you have to play them, so can't repick them.
Can't repick. We'll see how they do then. So Limp in that mid lane on the Ember Spirit against Melojul Lina. Top lane we're seeing here Velior and FNG battling it out. Wind Ranger, Baden, Magnus, and Drow all up there. Decent start from that Wind Ranger. Just, you know, win run level 1, get some harass, trade some hits. Try and bust through some of those early FNG shields.
Not a big
And our
fan
final lane.
of Wind
You're not a big
Ranger.
fan?
Yeah, Wind Run level 1, and not the spell to go for. Like, you have, what, almost 400 mana? You're not going to be using that Wind Run effectively. You can't secure the range creep with it. If he had the... If he gets it, my apologies, but, you know, if he had a power shot, you can still deal damage. FNG is in, just trading some hits, harassing both of these heroes.
Nice.
Okay,
First blood down bottom though.
that's a good start.
Stroke of Fate with Chaos Bolt, still level 1, the Chaos Knight, and Grimstroke finding that S4 Sand King. Hansken unable to save his buddy, so that's a quick return to lane from the Sand King. Now that Extremum are level 2 down here, though, the threat increases. Start having Ink Swell, the Chain Stuns, the Chaos Strike for added damage. So Alliance might have to be a little more wary down here with their positioning.
It's such a strong combo, having Chaos Knight being level 2 and Grimstroke having a point in Inkswell. Now Chaos Knight will farm some creeps on the side camp. I don't think he's gonna get too much out of this lane. Okay, S4 just holding the lane, holding one extra point to see how things are gonna go, if he needs a Burrow Strike or if he's gonna go with the Sandstorm. If you will play the Sandstorm build, you need your support to bring one sentry at least. But let's check the mid lane. So there's your last pick, Lina. And there is your Ember Spirit, who has more CS than Lina.
And Limp has his bottle now as well, right? So the threat of the Lina kind of alleviated thanks to the regen that Limp's going to be getting. It will come down to a lot of these early rune controls, especially that first active rune, whether or not Hansken, maybe FNG can come in and defend them for the Ember. And he's gone for level 2 Flame Guard, so Light Strike Array, Dragon Slave, especially when they're missing from Lina. Not going to be burning through that as Nico Baby getting sniped out.
That's a big kill. Like, I love offlane Magnus that then don't get the point and empower early on. Instead, you're just going for the max, like, kill build. And Valor, he has a point in shackle shot. Now he can just max out the power shot. And he's doing a good job. Yeah, just stopping the pulls that FNG is trying to do.
Good early laning stage from Extremum to the good. And FNG not doing, oh wow, that shackle shot and the skewer back. Under the tier 1, FNG's in a lot of trouble here actually. The final touch with the power shot to help gets Extremum their 3rd kill of the game.
You're not going anywhere. You weren't so damn
far, so good.
Different heroes.
They're playing the top lane really well. I mean, Mag has 18 CS, Windranger only 1, but you know, she's doing her job. First rune of the game, it's gonna be Haste. Melojul will refill the bottle. There was not a single hero that wanted to contest, so FNG instead just TPs mid and refills the bottle. For Limp.
The double shield now.
Yeah.
Once he hits level 6, the kill threat on Lina becomes pretty substantial as they land the shackle shot top again. But Malik, not able to get the combo. He popped his mango too late. Wasn't able to skewer the Drow back under, and G down bottom getting a snipe onto S4. 4-0 start now for Extremum. Every single one of these lanes is on a knife's edge, really. There's kill threat every single place you can look. Lena's making her first rotation. Level 5 Lena coming up towards top. Nice shield to get out of the shackle shot, but the striker. Hey, Nico baby getting dived a little bit. Does pop his wand. Oh, the salve cut through the trees with the tangos, but the light striker ray beautifully placed. And Melojul's trying to get FNG as a bonus kill. Under the tower a little bit rough though. He's got that extra regen, the extra armor. Tango's up.
You have your position 5, who's not very good at moving around. He's more counter-reactive to what enemies are doing. So that means Limp will need to have a lot of good rotations with his Ember Spirit. He just hit level 6, so the next time they try to do something like this, dive the tower, he's gonna be ready with the TP.
Oh, FNG. Careful there, buddy. Sidesteps that last power shot, but he has zoned the Magnus and the Windranger out for now. Who got all the bounty runes? Melojul bottled 2, Limp got 1, Nefrit got 1. So Extreme with that 1k lead starting to pull away a little bit. Remnants out from the Windranger and the Lina. And bottom rune being guarded for him by Hansken.
S4 is not having a good time on the bottom. Like, his CS is okay-ish, nothing spectacular, but the problem is he can't play the bottom lane. Rubik understands that, so instead he makes a move on the mid lane. Here we go.
Dive in with the Remnant. Nice dodge as well from the Light Striker array. Hansken and Limp, they're trying to get through the HP of Melojul, but the Lina survives.
Radiant structures.
Limp's still thinking about going for Valior instead. They do force the glyph as the catapult wave on that tier 1 mid lane.
Future loss.
Radiant's
And this
middle
feels
tower
much more
is
like
under
Extremum's wheelhouse. This is them kind of playing that scrappy, aggressive, maneuverable Dota. They'll try with the shackle shot into the chain stun. Do they have the damage for Limp?
No Laguna Blade on Lina, what?
2 build.
That has to be a misclick.
I've seen it on like position 4 Linas and oh, dust bottom, Sanking. Okay, he burst strikes away from the Inkswell.
Yeah, I've seen different builds in position 4 Linas where you don't have enough mana sustain to, you know, use Dragon Slave, keep spamming it LSA, so you maybe skip it on the level 6, you get it level 7, level 8, but you're a mid Lina with 1 Nully and a magic wand, you should have enough mana sustain and a bottle like that. That was definitely a kill on Ember Spirit.
Oh, they missed the reality rift. Don't quite connect. As S4 starting to feel a little bit itchy in this bottom lane. Catapult wave. Gonna be dealt with by the Sand King pretty easily though. G's just gonna drag back that small camp and pull it. What's Lina up to now? Trying to guard the 8-minute rune. CK's here. Ember Spirit might not be expecting the rotation from Nefrit. Valior's the one, in fact, that grabs the double damage rune, denying the bottle refill. And Limp dips back into the jungle.
A very good rune control from Extremum in this one, where there are
Radiant's bottom
every single
tower
time
is under
having a
attack.
Wind Ranger, just trying to go for the top.
Oh, bottom again.
Bottom.
And that's the Inkswell after the Chaos Bolt. Chain stun perfection. 6-0 start for them. Alliance. Doing a little bit in this early laning stage.
Talking about sixes, Chaos Knight level 6, Grimstroke as well. This is your position 5 Grimstroke that is level 6.5, 8 minutes in. This is just insane.
Yeah, cracking start for G. Already has wand, raindrops, boots, a windlace. It's loaded. Hanskin's trying to stack some camps over towards that dire triangle area right now. Rubik not feeling like he's got a home to play into. Wandering around between bot and mid. Leeching some experience now mid as the rotation from Ember Spirit top comes into play. Level 6 Wind Ranger and Magnus here. But a level 8 Ember with the point and chains up now. Still going with a maxed out Flame Guard. Hunting Magnus. Multi-shot not connecting from Nico Baby though. So Limp's maneuver here going to be halted as we might see a Soulbind play. They've got Soulbind, RP, Shackle Shot. Limp is sticking around. And so's FNG with that save from the shield. Hans just been wandering around really. Bounty run's coming up in a few seconds though. Limp. Pretty deep.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Remnants back towards Velior. But yet again, Extremum coming out on top with the bounty runes.
Radiant's
So no one
middle
wants to
tower
take a
is under
fight.
attack.
I think the Alliance at the moment, they need to recover. You have Drow Ranger, there's the RP on top lane.
Going pretty hard on that poor little Abaddon. Shackle Shot and RP, but Malik skewering Limp back allows this Ember Spirit to keep on chasing, and Flame Guard comes up off cooldown now. One more Remnant is going to be required, and the Shackle Shot will hold him under the tower as Hanskin cannot go diving that deep. They have to leave the Wind Ranger be.
For Alliance right now, it's just a catch-up time where Drow Ranger will hit the jungle. She found the Iron Talon. There's 1 stack of Ancients, actually 2
Radiant's
stack of
top
Ancients, so
tower is
that's
under attack.
going to be some good gold for Drow Ranger. S4 also recovering on the bottom lane, even though he's 0-3-0.
G, he gets a Soulbind down, and that power shot is pretty substantial damage. Rubik is shielded, Hanskin turns, Soulbind of his own.
Dire's middle tower.
Valior wind runs away, Limp wants to keep going, but again, the TP rotations are here. Chains will catch the Magnus, but that Shackle Shot, Valior has been on the money with these connections and latches from the shackles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I think Valor is definitely the best player in the team that they have. He's making so many good moves. Watching them play in the qualifiers on the Earth Spirit, we've seen him in the previous game. I also think he played 1 game of Tiny in the qualifiers that I was really impressed with. So far, so good.
Yeah, role-playing Light of Heaven right now with these Shackle Shots.
For all the Zoomers in the chat, these are some, you know, heavenly Shackle Shots. He's working as an analyst right now. Great Dota 1 and at start of Dota 2, one of the best players that we ever had.
Radiant's
One of the
middle
kings of the
tower
sea.
is under attack.
Oh, S4. He's found the Lina. This is the struggle we said the Lina would have. She gets isolated and so simply picked off. Just a couple of stuns. And the fragile Fire Lady brought to her
Radiant's
knees.
middle tower is under attack.
She's going to have Yule Scepter though. I think
Dire's
the final
bottom
parts are on the
tower is
courier.
under attack.
So at least her first item will be arriving as she respawns. And FNG just going wild on that tier 1, forcing rotation from Nefrit now. He's going to get the Inkswell and the stuns onto Abaddon. FNG, he just put his body in there. Turned into sausage by the meat grinder Extremum, and it looks like Rubik's going to be going the same way.
These are 2 big kills that they just got. Only for Lina. If Lina had a Yule Scepter there, she could have bought a bit more time, and maybe
Radiant's
the rest
top
of the
tower
team
is
would be
under
able
attack.
to connect. But also one thing I dislike about having Lina in the team is having no saves. There's no one with the 4
Dire
staff
are
yet.
scanning.
Like, you get on top of her, she dies.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing apart from raw aggression as Extremum trying to use that momentum. Get into the dire triangle. They've got vision here. They see what's happening. Nico Baby unable to safely farm the ancient stack that
Radiant's
Hanskin
bottom
did
tower
make for
is
him.
under attack. Dire's top tower is under
S4
attack.
now 200 gold away from Blink, so that additional form of initiation that allows to keep up with heroes like Ember Spirit, who are dancing all over the map, gives them a lot of options in the next couple of minutes.
Alliance are waiting for two big items that Blink mentioned: the Sand King, Ember Spirit
They're
getting
trying to catch
closer
him.
to the Maelstrom.
FNG couldn't shield him in
Dire's
time.
bottom tower
And that
is
Sand
under
King's
attack.
Blink. Now as Nefrit and G, this pairing of heroes, aided by Velior coming in from the left, still considering going deep for this. He pops his borrowed time, and FNG, he will be fine as a Yule Scepter on the Drow Ranger. Melojul finds the catch, and there's the Laguna Blade Lacoste finally coming out to play.
Sing my praise.
Yeah, I mean, you can't use Laguna Blade if you didn't put a point in it. So, yeah, I mentioned these two items to still feel Alliance can take a fight if it's in.
I mean, FNG's dying in the back. Nefrit's found him, but Limp was really towing the line there, fighting
Dire's top
1v2,
tower is under
getting
attack.
close to a kill on the Lina. But Extremum 13-3 now. They are going pretty hard with this Grimstroke Chaos
Radiant's
Knight going
bottom
from side to
tower
side
is
of the
under
map,
attack.
buying time for this
Dire's
Magnus to get his first
structures are
item, which isn't going to be a Blink
Radiant's
Dagger.
middle tower
Malik
is under
has
attack.
Greaves queued up.
I'm fine with that. Just tanking up. I talked about them having no save. This is a kind of save, you know, something that you need to have any kind of sustain. So this could be a game changer, and also a good way of removing the chains, removing the silence. There's a Blink Dagger coming out on Sand King, and
Matriarchal prize.
do I see a smoke? Yeah, Abaddon has
Rubik.
one smoke.
Dire's
Rubik
middle
has one
tower
too.
is under
Skill
attack.
given.
You can kind of feel it, right? When Alliance all group up like this, they've got an item timing they're hitting. They won't use the smoke, though. Looks
Radiant are
like
scanning.
Abaddon wants to sit behind Nico Baby for now. And there it is. Hanskin's going to put them all under. Radiant scan.
It's a good timing. They have a catapult, Maelstrom completed Ember Spirit, also just a casual Blightstone, AoE, -2 armor with the slide.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
these are some good
attack.
wards. by
nice.
G.
They really are. The epicenter Blink borrow onto the CK. Limp is deep in a 1v3 and he's been blown up completely. Magnus coming in, he's going to pop the map and try and fight into this Abaddon. FNG doesn't stand a chance in hell. They're going to use up the Sand King, trying to focus down a bigger target, and S4 being annihilated. Extremum getting 2 streaks now. Unstoppable CK and a killing spree on Belior as they wipe Alliance with some great vision from G to kick it all off.
Dire's middle
These are
tower
3
is under
kills
attack.
plus a denied tower, and it's also a Sand King Blink reveal. Man, these 2 wards from G actually won them that fight. So 4k gold lead for Extreme. They're gonna take the mid tower. I don't think the Lions can make a counter play. There's a lot of TPs coming out, but a bit too late.
In comes Limp, running forward. They want the CK, the Magnus RP, and whips completely. Heals up into the air on the Ember Spirit, and the Light Strike Array will connect. The RP stolen. Hanskin grabbed 1. The streak is taken as Nefrit's broken, and the jump forward. Limp wants more, but starts off. The Phantom's Embrace holds the advance of Alliance for now. But the problem with Lina, it is being seen right here. She gets found, and the burst strike in. Magnus will go straight down below the ground, and that's another 3 kills, but this time going to Alliance as they strike back just as hard as Extremum had.
I know which numbers chat are typing right now, you know. This one's really rough, man. Extreme was playing so well, and now they handle them 3 big kills. These are actually 3 cores that they just fed, which gives Alliance chance to come back.
There's a pretty nice swing on the old net worth as well. That was climbing
Radiant's bottom
rapidly.
tower is under
As we
attack.
see them get to like a 4k lead, it was heading upwards, and now it swings straight back down to neutral. Alliance still have a lot of work to do out on the map, though. Bottom tier 1 definitely needs to be claimed so they can start carving through that Radiant jungle. Valior with a blink is able to disengage. Oh, not fast enough, but not hidden in the trees. S4.
Not arrows.
Not sure what G was doing on the top lane, but he just gave a solo kill to Drow Ranger. And we're even, 16-8, but in terms of net worth, the game's pretty even.
You do have to start worrying as Extremum. As they use up the Abaddon. He's got borrowed time. Just a slight change. Unlane is dead, isn't she? She's gone. Melachul getting baited by the FNG Abaddon and Limp with Hanskin making short work of her. Now Malik might be another one as the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae. Extremum bleeding out and a great burrow in from S4. Saving Limp as the Thorbine's there, but the chain stuns and combos, they're not coming. Limp might fall, he will indeed, but Nefrit will be traded back as 3 cores. Pos 1, Pos 2, Pos 3, they're all being destroyed.
Not sure what Melol Jewel was trying to do there. Pop a Adam's ulti and that's it. I don't know. I mean,
did you do that on purpose, Lacoste?
Yes, I did, Gary. You know me.
You cheeky bastard.
So yeah, I mean, we can see some downsides of the Lina that I was talking about for 2 minutes after the draft ended. FNG needs to be careful. One more power shot. He's gonna go for it. Veller, check it.
Forward.
Pause. It's gonna miss.
That pause timing though, if the power shot was like just about to land on it, would be beautiful.
He thought the Baton was low because he released the power shot straight away. Tranquil Boots regeneration kicked in.
And we can see it back here as the replay. Lina thinking, yeah, I can toy with FNG, force him to use borrowed time, but it literally is the slut chains, a lift up, and Lina doesn't have anything left to give. Like you said, there's no save, there's no real backup, there's no blink on Magnus to have a blink RP, and then Extremum just filter in one by one. Magnus dies, Nefrit, yes, he gets a trade here, killing off Ember Spirit, but none of it is worth it in the end.
You mentioned she has nothing else to give, but there's always one more thing to give, and that's for life. I mean, if you use Yule Scepter offensively, you don't have any ways of defending yourself. So I think you need to be very careful about using that Yule Scepter like that. You can do that if you have a whole team behind you. If you don't, just keep it for yourself.
Be selfish and be greedy. Now Alliance in the lead net worth-wise for the first time this
Radiant's
game.
bottom tower
It's a
is
slight
under
one,
attack.
but it's also Drow Ranger farming jungle very calmly. Still has an ancient stack to take, as FNG could also stack that one more time before that 20-minute bounty rune timer comes in.
Considering how this game is going, I think Magnus should just give up on getting Guardian Greaves straight away. Now he's holding on to Philosopher's Stone. Like, get that Blink Dagger. It's a game changer.
Yeah, this was like the Pasha build back on VP, was Arcane's mech and wait for the Greaves a little bit longer, because you do need that Blink Dagger. For now, Magnus is bodyguarding the CK top, just empowering him up as Alliance group up around the Drow Ranger, controlling that jungle triangle area, and Roshan to make sure that Extreme are inside. Hanskin with Blink Ether Lens now. Rubik incredibly farmed, ahead of the Magnus by a couple 100 gold, and S4's catch-up game has been spectacular. Now he's up there with the rest of the cores.
And once he gets that Yule Scepter, he's gonna have a way of dispelling things and having a save for himself, dispelling any kind of dust during the sandstorm. One thing we didn't mention is the talent tree choice from Drow Ranger. 50% Gust Blind. I think this is such an insanely good talent, very underrated.
Hanskin, he's been found in his jungle. The smoke from Extremum does gather them a kill.
Stream on it, obviously.
But it is just a kill. Drow Ranger is still shoving out that bottom lane. Full Hurricane Pike.
Radiant's
Yasha
bottom tower
coming out
is
on
under
Courier.
attack.
Roshan is being attempted, and we know that there isn't a dire scan anymore. They already expended that, trying to scout Roshan earlier on. Limp is sending illusions. Roshan is half HP. They use the illusion, and the pings come out. Alliance, they've got to know that Roshan has been started here by Extremum, but the question is, do they have time to come and contest?
Counted out how low Roshan is, so they're just gonna bail, take the... Okay, S4, he's actually smoked.
They still want to take the fight after Roshan's been taken. They've given it to CK, the Aegis, as Lina closing in on her BKB, maybe feeling a little bit safer once she's got that item up.
2 BKBs coming out. CK also just 1,000 gold away. Alliance just waiting on the high ground, checking if someone's gonna show. Instead, take the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alliance playing as this tight-knit group, all
Dire's
five
top
together.
tower is under attack.
Extremum looking for the tier 2 top, just trying to get a trade out of the map. It doesn't feel like
Dire's
Alliance
top
are in any
tower
kind of
is
rush
under
though.
attack.
Do you get the same
Radiant's bottom tower
feeling
is
that
under attack.
maybe Extremum aren't on necessarily a timer? As they do, wait, I'll come back to that in a second because FNG, yet again, just frontlining and
Dire's top
baiting.
tower has fallen.
Extremum trying to force a
Radiant's
fight
bottom
around the
tower
Abaddon.
is under
And
attack.
S4 yet again smoked up and ready to go. Fade bolt spam from Rubik.
Check what Abaddon is doing. He's having Blades of Attack and Morbid Mask. Can hit it. Backpack, like I don't want to go too hard on this, guys. It not be balanced if
Dire's
I,
middle
have
tower is
real
under
items.
attack.
I'm gonna give them a chance. But yeah, do you feel like Extremum scale okay because they have Empower, they've got, you know, Lina CK, this kind of tricore with Wind Ranger? Or do you think Alliance, if we start to go late game, are just gonna be so heavy-handed?
Oh, Wind Ranger's gonna scale. I like the items that she's building. Blink Dagger just for more, you know, a better positioning in a team fight, especially with the Grimstroke, the double shackle, and now she's building MKB. So that means she's gonna scale. FNG has another ulti up.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
he
under
is
attack.
just face tanking everything. Running into the opponent's lines and waving his arms around like a madman. Chaos Knight's had enough of it. They've also blink RP'd, but the stop with a lift keeps S4 out of danger for now. Borrowed time from FNG as he tanks up everything, but the Soulbind forces the Yules and the Sandstorm. Lina's BKB is there with a good blink coming in. They do take them down. S4 and FNG hit the ground with a thump and limp. Oh, the Remnant's short range. That Yules up from himself. He's got 11-1 charges as Rubik in the back lines. He focuses down on the Lina. Yes, they've lost Luke, but the Drow Range is still standing as S4 is brought back and wants to pummel into the CK. Waiting for the Aegis respawn. Epicenter coming. Burrow strike ready. Coming in, looking for two. He's holding that Burrow for as long as he possibly can because Drow can just beat into the Chaos Knight as easy as you like.
Alliance, they're waiting on that buyback from Sanking to see how fight is gonna develop. They need someone that's gonna protect the Drow Ranger. Abaddon died, but Sanking's also the guy. You know, CK, he already used his ulti, used the BKB. Once he respawns
Radiant are scanning.
with the Aegis, he's not that strong, to be honest.
That should
and
help.
Man, Magnus, he needs to be very careful about using RP like that once again.
On a shackle shot and a potential solo kill. As Hanskin and Velior battling it out, but Hanskin's actually surviving. The gust back, the burst right forward, S4, the mischance from the gust. You're right, Lacoste. Velior thought he had it there in that POS 4 versus POS 4 battle. But Hanskin has the backup of Nico Baby and S4.
It was a hit that procced the Javelin, pierced through evasion, and deal some extra damage, but it didn't happen. Yeah, you talked about Hanskin. He's super farmed, more farmed than offlane Mag at this point.
Yeah, he's having a great time, isn't he? Does he have something coming on Courier? He's got boots to travel on Courier. I thought he was buying like a Ghost Scepter or something, you know, Glimmer Cape. No, it's Aetherland's Blink, boots to travel Rubik.
So I assume he's going to be on the different side of the map, trying to fish for any kind of information. Same goes for Abaddon. Like, if you don't know where they are, you have these two heroes, but I would love him to have bolt before they take a next fight.
That's going to start becoming real important. And another momentum shift smoke. Extremum. They can feel, both teams can surely feel victory is inches away. Just a couple of good team fights here and there, the perfect initiations, the combos with the Soulbind. It's all Extremum really need. S4 retreating, FNG gets caught. Chaos Bolt into chain stunts. And nothing's going to save him there.
That's too much damage.
Borrowed time doesn't even
not
come.
Activate.
Kills him straight through it. Attempted skewer. But Alliance once again retreating as a squad. That CK definitely hits pretty hard. Echo, Armlet, BKB, level 18. With the stats and the strength on those two talent choices.
Dire's middle tower is under
Telescope
attack.
found. by Alliance, this is the item that Abaddon really likes to have. Extra cast range on his abilities, so he doesn't have to stand that
Radiant's
close to a
top
team
tower
fight.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Magnus was thinking about a jump somewhere if he caught a glimpse of anyone. But it is
Radiant
that
structures are
really
fortified.
awkward
Scanning.
phase of the game where a team has taken Roshan,
Radiant's
used
top
Aegis
tower
far too
is under
quickly,
attack.
and now everyone's waiting for that next Roshan to respawn, so there
Radiant's
isn't
top
really
tower
any
has
major
fallen.
objective being taken. Velior? Oh god, he is dead. Jeez.
That's a level 21 Drow Ranger. Like, she dishes serious amount of damage
That was
just by having
insane.
Of
levels.
invisibility.
Like that final hit did like 300 damage or something to the Wind Ranger. Crazy amount of DPS from Drow. Chaos Knight. Farming aggressively. He's empowered. Rubik's arrived though, and where's the rest of the backup from Extremum? Because there are 4 Alliance heroes here.
Radiant
Phantasms are double later. The BKB comes from the Drow Ranger, trying to focus the CK down as Remnant's back to safety. S4 focuses G instead, and now the chase is on. Move forward, Lina. Oh, Lina, what are you doing out here? That's not where your home is. You've BKB'd, you're trying to sprint away, but in comes Limp with an Ember Spirit sprinting forward, and they've got all the chain stuns it takes to bring Lina to the ground yet
Radiant's
again.
top tower is under attack.
2, 5, and 7, and Lina, this last pick, you mentioned it, you know it, everyone's heard it before. Glass cannons, they shatter.
I've seen this a million times. I would never last pick Lina, Gary, but yeah, to go back to the real talk, you have this
Radiant's top tower is
Rubik
under
and
attack.
Sanking who are complementing each other very well.
Radiant's
They're
top
playing
tower
together,
is
setting
fallen.
things up for the team. That was like 6-7k gold lead for Extremum at one point, and then they just decided to go for tier
Radiant's
1
middle
tower on
tower
mid,
is
had
under
3
attack.
kills. I think that was the breaking point of the game, not just in terms of net worth, but I also think they broke them mentally. Like, Extremum didn't do any good moves after that.
Yeah, they tried to chain a couple of smokes together, but Alliance have been playing very closed map, not spreading too wide. G with Extremum just trying to regain control of this triangle as they do make a jump. This time FNG gets the burrow time off. Can they follow through? Inkswell with a Reality Rift, maybe if they can keep vision, but a Drow Illusion will at least
Radiant's
hold them
bottom
back for
tower
now.
is under attack.
Oh, Enchanted Quiver. That's a sick item for Drow Ranger.
There's a Titan Sliver in there as well, but looking at the Quickening Charm already in the hands of Limp, I don't think he particularly wants to change. Now Alliance in the lead, again, net worth 4k. They've been at a kill score deficit the entire game, but it's always felt like it's an uphill battle for Extremum to keep getting kills, to keep winning team
Radiant's
fights.
middle tower is under attack. Dire structures are
Chaos
fortified.
Knight really the only one that's able to leave this base area, pushing out top lane. Magnus looking for any kind of blink RP, but the line is drawn by Alliance. They're smoking all the way through their jungle towards top. They've got a Dire Observer ward watching CK
Radiant's
move
middle
back
tower is under
off
attack.
to the left-hand side of the map, and a new trajectory has been drawn out by S4. CKTP complete.
No vision. He got into vision a
Are
bit
scanning.
too late. 1 second scan's gonna connect, so they know where Extremum is at the moment.
Oh, S4, no way! He's in there with a great bow strike, and Lina completely caught out. She might be able to get her BKB off. She's still surviving. Yule's up into the air now as the back end of the fight. They chase on to left, and the CK is battling 1 versus 3. Melodil does die and buys back immediately, and in comes the RP from Malik, catching out Alliance with a stolen one. Hanskin, you bloody god! He's caught them all. The stolen RP is glorious. S4 does fall down to the south, but in comes Limp. He's got another flight chains ready. Just needs to close the gap onto G now. Might even find the little chains onto Lina there, but doesn't go for it. It'll be Hanskin instead, claiming his birthright. Kill after kill. And Lina, she bought back, but there's no team to save her. BKB and runs forward, but Hanskin, he's going to be able to get hit by the Light Striker as he walks back into it, but FNG has the saves and the shields as Alliance towing the line with death there. Very low HP, these heroes, and Lina will keep that second life for herself.
I like what Lina did in that fight. She realized, yeah, I'm dead. I'm just gonna save my BKB. Most of the players would just pop a BKB, try to survive, but she was already planning for a buyback. But, you know, back at the north, there was Rubik landing some sick RPs and good initiation coming out from Sanking. He paid with his life, but at the end of the day, I don't think it matters that much. Ember Spirit farming very nicely at the moment, getting closer to his Shiva's Guard. I also saw Sanking having a plate mail, going for Shiva's Guard. I think he switches that to Lotus Orb instead. Yeah, he actually does that. Because, you know, you don't want to have two Shiva's Guards.
Well, I can see it back here. S4, he gets a 2-man burrow that could have, you know, easily been a 4-man if he'd seen the rest of them. And of course, Chaos Knight dragging them all in. He is that big target. Drow Ranger barely dying. RP from Alex good, but there's the Hansken one, even better. Beautiful stuff from Alliance. Executing that team fight to perfection. And BKB timings now on Extremum starting to wear thin. 7 seconds Lina, 7 seconds Chaos Knight.
Another shot from Alliance. They understand Extremum can bleed. Like, if they get this fight, they get the next Roche. How are we buyback wise? Only 2 heroes with the buyback. Mag and Sanking. Ember just got 1.
Yeah, Drow about 400 away. CK and Lina miles away from it. Roshan started off by the Chaos Knight, who is alone in the pit, but it's the backstab from Alliance. They're fighting G, and now the team fight capabilities of Extremum, they are mitigated there. There's no soul buy, they need G to buy back. The BKB from Netflix stands his ground in the fight. The illusions are down. Drow Ranger managed to dodge the Chaos Bolt, and Wind Ranger sprinting around with a shackle shot there, but the Laguna Blade goes straight into the borrowed time. Now the Burst Strike, and Lina's gone with no buyback. She is dead for a minute and a half. Extremum down 1 core. Chaos Knight too low to fight. Tail between legs. They all straggle back to their base.
This is gonna be a freebie after cleaning them up. Yeah, BKB, when they're down, it's very hard for them to take a fight. And CK did not use illusions to deal any kind of damage in the last 3 fights. Man, Drow Ranger, she deals like 800 per hit when Enchanted Quiver hits and with marksmanship rocking.
Big numbers, big damage.
You do realize that I did not do the math. I just, you know, playing by the feeling. G, a lot of trouble.
800 damage sounds about right. S4, still in the sandstorm. Nice Yule's dodge on the shackle shot as well. But yeah, like you said, when the BKBs are down for Extremum, Burst Strike like 11-second cooldown, Hansken stealing everything under the sun, getting Light Strike arrays, Dragon Slaves, RPs. There's so much AoE teamfight and control from Alliance that Drow can just plunk herself down somewhere safe and sound and keep the right clicks going. While Extremum are very reliant on getting a good Soulbind, a great RP, and keeping Lina alive is not so easy.
And doesn't matter at this point. Like, she went for damage talent, HP talent, getting to level 20. Like, if you feel like you lack a bit of damage, you can, like, a Crystalist at this point.
Just anything, something. Double damage rune for Limp as he will look to connect with the rest of his team as the 3-pronged attack on the Radiant base begins. Every lane shoved in towards these ramps and high ground about to be broken. Drow Ranger keeping vision as they do. Inkswell blink skewer back. Drow Ranger is going to try and manage to dodge away from this and succeeding so far. Nico Baby pops the BKB, turns the battle. Soul bound up with the S4 Sanking though, and in comes the CK. Reactor it forward. They can't clear the illusions now. They'll lose S4, but they kept
gone.
Nico Baby alive. The Drow Ranger survives and his double damage rune Ember Spirit starting to cause problems because BKBs are down for Extremum. But it feels like the high ground push has been halted.
If you're standing in a place like that, not moving, just attacking the tower, you know there's gonna be a play like that with this skewer back. I mean, the Alliance pretty much knew that's gonna happen. They never prepared. FNG was close to use the shield, but CK already used his ulti and just pop the
Radiant's
same.
bottom
Like,
tower
CK
is under
damage should
attack.
not be underestimated if he manages to deal any kind of, you know, right clicks with the illusions Malik. He is ready to go in once again.
Nice lift. Hanskin
is ready.
playing out of his mind. Absolute godlike plays from this Rubik as the skewer back. Not going to be successful. The death of Malik, and now G follows him into the grave as Magnus finds back. They're looking for the go again, but Gust, these pushbacks with a mischance. Yes, you've got a light striker out to Nico Baby, but he's being shielded, he's manted, and he's run away from all of your aggression. Lena's so close to death. Has to sprint back to Fountain. And yet again, BKB down for Lena. Blink RP, yes, is ready. CK, BKB ready, but Extremum can't get into the fight.
Radiant's bottom
And what
tower
Kanskin is
is
doing
under
right
attack.
now, he has telekinesis on top of Draw Ranger. This is the play. Like, he's ready to use it if Mag blinks in once again.
Chaos Knight in a bit of trouble here, yes? Oh, again, Hanskin, how are you so good? Malik, he can try and get out of this. He pops his Greaves, he has an RP, but remember, no buyback for this Magnus anymore. Dead for 77 seconds.
Yeah. Save that RP for game
Radiant's
number
bottom
3.
barracks
Oh wait,
are under attack.
there's not gonna be a game 3, Gary.
There isn't, not the way this is going. Backdoor regen be damned. As Drow and Ember Spirit, the borrow from S4 onto Mellow Jewel with no buybacks. Extremum, they are done for. Ember Spirit, basically diving Fountain at this point. Alliance, they've got this one in the bag.
Yeah. You know what I like to say, Gary? When it's time to call it, it is time to call it because you're not gonna win this one, that's for sure. There's still a minute left on Aegis. Draw Range is just dealing way too much damage. Limp has a good bro, just buying a couple of mangoes for Draw Rangers to have mana sustain.
Keeper all topped up. Chaos Knight Illusions obliterated by Drow yet again. And
Radiant's
here,
middle
four
tower
towers crumbling before our very eyes. The fact
Radiant's
that Limp
middle
can
tower is under
move
attack.
back to Fountain, straight back into enemy base with these remnants from the TPs.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Beautiful stuff as CK BKBs, and he has the Inkswell on. Limp is silent, but he doesn't care too much. Thanks to FNG's back up, and SF4 is there again with a borrow Epi. Nefrid down with no buyback, and GG's called. Malik finally gets an RP in there, skewering Nika Baby into the fountain, but Hurricane fights back straight away. As S4, yes, dies, but the game is already over.
Yeah, that was such a good performance from Alliance. I mean, Extremum, I believe they had this one in the bag, but overextended. At least the first, like, 15 minutes, they played it so well. I think Valor, as a player, has a bright future ahead of him. I was also very impressed the way